YouTube. It's been over a month since I uploaded, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Sam Mitchell, and I've lost over 105 pounds over the past 2 years, and this is my channel. Over the past month and a half, I have made a huge step in my mental health and my mental recovery, and I've decided to seek out antidepressants. I guess a little backstory, I can't say always, but you feel that depression is so hard to describe to one specific case because it affects everyone differently. But I've known that I was depressed since I was, 15, 16 years old, and my family has not been very supportive at all. They're the type of family who doesn't believe in mental illness, who doesn't believe that it exists, and that when someone claims that they're depressed, they're just sad or they're seeking attention. I realized that this was becoming a problem because I had seeked out therapy for my anxiety, because I used to be a super anxious mess all the time. The kind of anxiety where I thought I was going to die every single day. And it was just bad. It was anxiety, it was social anxiety. And then when you throw depression in the mix, where you don't feel like you're doing anything, or you don't feel motivated to do anything, and then your anxiety kicks in and it's just, well, why aren't you doing something? It's a very contradictory status, but it's something that I lived with for a long time. And so about a year ago I decided to seek out therapy, and I decided, because my university, they have free counseling and therapy sessions that you can go, and I really got help with my anxiety. Anxiety is not something that I experience a lot anymore, which is crazy to me, absolutely insane. I mean, of course there's the specific circumstances, like giving a class presentation, you're going to have that sort of anxiety, or meeting someone new, going on a first date. Everyone experiences anxiety, but it's not to that level where I thought that I was in danger every single day anymore. So about a month ago, I decided to go to my doctor and get prescribed antidepressants. The process was super quick. I didn't realize that same day I would be walking out with a prescription for antidepressants. And she had told me that the side effects were going to be really bad. And that was something I was not prepared for whatsoever. So she told me that fatigue was common, and insomnia was common, and nausea was common, which was absolutely awful. If I'm being completely honest, it was insane. I walked out of that doctor's office with the prescription, and I know I shouldn't skip class. I don't skip class very often, or at least I try not to make it a habit, but I went straight to Giant Eagle and I got it filled, and I did not heed her warning of taking a day where I didn't have anything to do, and I just took one right there and then, and holy crap. That was such a bad decision on my part, because the rest of the day I have never felt that sort of exhaustion. For 4 days in a row, all I could do was just sleep, because it just felt like my depression was 10 times worse. It felt like I literally had a boulder on my shoulders and I could not do anything, but I still had to go to work, I still had to go to class, I still had to do homework, and it was rough. It was really rough. So I had these 4 days of just fatigue, and I couldn't do anything. I was just so exhausted all the time. And then I had 2 days where I could not sleep. I was so insomnia filled that I could not sleep whatsoever. So to have 4 days of this just exhaustion, and then 2 days of where I can't sleep at all, really messed me up. Oh my god. And throughout that first week, I would get bouts of nausea and then bouts of just extreme hunger, and it would just alternate between those two, and it was it was a roller coaster to say the least. But then the second week I started to mellow out. The second week I started to feel things more. The second week it felt like the fog was starting to lift, and holy crap, I've never experienced anything like that before. And so the following week, after 2 weeks, I went and I had a checkup appointment, and we decided to up my dosage double. And going from this measly 10 milligrams to 20 milligrams, and then having that experience of this nausea and this fatigue, I told myself, I was like, oh my god, really? Do I have to go through a week of this? And she reassured me that it would only be a few days, and thank God it was only a few days. But yeah, so now I'm on that, and holy crap, my world has changed. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody who seeks out this sort of medication, but my entire life just feels completely different. I'm not the same person as I was a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and I can just trace it back to this medication. So I wanna let you guys know that if you are thinking about seeking out antidepressants, or if you want to have this conversation with your doctor, you definitely should. There's no shame, absolutely no shame in reaching out and saying, hey, I need help. That was one of the big reasons that I didn't do it for so long, because I knew that the stigma is so clouded in mental illness and mental health. But if you need help, you really should seek it out. It's life-changing, it really is, and there's no shame in that. Absolutely no shame. We really need to, as a society, take steps in destigmatizing that sort of thing, and realizing that it's okay to ask for help, and that it's just a mix of chemicals in our brain, and that's all we are as people, is just chemicals. And sometimes we need that help to balance everything out. So if you are thinking about that sort of thing, I definitely encourage you to do it. Talk to someone in your life. Talk to a close friend. Talk to your family. Talk to your therapist on school. They have some free counseling services available across universities. Just ask that first step, and you'll be amazed at the amount of wonders it could do for your life. I guess that's really all I have to say regarding that. I plan on posting a lot more, but I really am in my headspace here and trying to figure everything out. I guess everyone who's 23 and a senior in college is trying to figure things out, but that's just where I'm at. And I hope you guys have a great day. And if you have any comments, or curious about the medicine that I'm taking, or curious about my experiences with it, feel free to leave a question down there. I will be very active in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and stay you, stay sweet.